We continue to El Paso, a city of nearly 700,000 people that neighbors an even larger metro in Mexico. The city of Juarez boasts a population of more than 1 million. In his State of the Union address, the president used El Paso as an example of a dangerous city that saw violent crime drop significantly when barriers at the border went up.
The border city of El Paso, Texas, used to have extremely high rates of violent crime. With a powerful barrier in place, El Paso is one of the safest cities in our country.
The day we arrived, the mayor of El Paso authored an op-ed for USA Today, refuting the president's claim, saying crime was already on the decline before construction on new barriers began. During our brief stay, we tried to get a better sense of the city's relationship with Mexico. The following day, we learned more about the southwest border from Rick Jervis, a reporter for USA Today based in Texas. We meet in an open space at the border used recently by federal agents for training operations.
El Paso's thrust into the spotlight with the president's remarks during the State of the Union. How relevant, how real is what he says that's happening in this community?
It's very sort of relevant. It's a major border city, does a lot of trade with like Mexico. It's the 10th largest trading border city in the actual U.S. It has a very long, rich cultural history with its Mexican neighbor. And so they're at the middle of this right now. They're like really at the center of this.
When we hear the terms dangerous or crisis, can that be considered warranted based on your experiences of covering these regions?
It kind of depends where you are. For the most part, I haven't seen a sort of full-blown crisis. I've been sort of up and down the actual border, and what I'm seeing is a lot of families, a lot of sort of desperate families crossing over. And I've talked to like a lot of people who live along the border, asked them the same question, whether there is a crisis, whether there is like an emergency. And sort of resoundingly, I've been told that there is not, that they feel that what the Border Patrol is doing and what their local sheriff's departments are like doing are really good, and that they're like keeping them safe.
How likely is this to continue? I mean, we've been dealing with this for months now.
It really is like the really big question out there right now that everybody's trying to grapple with. The situation in Central America, where a lot of these folks are actually coming from, are pretty bad and not actually improving. I've talked to a lot of folks who are along the border who recently came from some of these countries, and asked them, even if they get sort of deported, will they go back to their home countries, or will they try again to like get into the country? And to a T, all of them say, no, we will sort of continue trying to come over into this country because their situation back in their home country is just that bad.